In the previous parts, we saw suffering, hunger, cold, loss of dignity, and psychological collapse. Now Frankl explains what made the difference between those who gave up and those who endured. The answer is not strength, not intelligence, not optimism. It is meaning. Frankl introduces his approach, called logotherapy. The word comes from logos, which means meaning. Logotherapy is based on one idea. The primary drive in a human being is not pleasure. It is not power. It is the search for meaning. Frankl explains that when a person knows why they live, they can endure almost anyhow. Frankl contrasts his idea with other psychological views. Some say humans live for pleasure. Some say humans live for power. Frankl disagrees. In the camps, pleasure was absent. Power was impossible. Yet some people still endured. This showed him that something deeper than pleasure or power was at work. Frankl explains that meaning is not the same for everyone. There is no single meaning of life. Each person has their own specific meaning at a specific moment. Meaning cannot be given. It must be discovered. And life constantly asks questions of each individual. The task of a person is not to ask what they want from life, but to answer what life asks from them. Frankl explains 3 ways a person can find meaning. First, work or creation. Meaning can come from what a person creates or does. A task, a responsibility, unfinished work. Many prisoners survived because they believed someone was waiting for what they still had to give. Second, love. Meaning can come from love. Frankl describes how thinking about loved ones gave prisoners strength. Even when separated, love remained real. Frankl explains that love allows a person to see the deepest essence of another human being. Even in suffering, love gave life meaning. Third, attitude toward suffering. When suffering cannot be avoided, a person still has a choice. The choice of attitude. Frankl emphasizes suffering itself is not meaningful, but the way a person faces unavoidable suffering can give it meaning. Frankl reaches a central conclusion. Everything can be taken from a human being, except one thing: the freedom to choose one's attitude in any given situation. This freedom cannot be removed. Even in the camps, this inner freedom existed. Some prisoners lost it. Some preserved it. That choice made the difference. Frankl observed that prisoners who had a meaning were more likely to survive. Meaning acted like an inner anchor. When meaning disappeared, the will to live weakened. When meaning remained, suffering became bearable. This was not theory. This was observation. Under extreme conditions. This is what Frankl discovered. Humans do not live by comfort alone. They live by meaning. In the final part, we will see how Frankl applies this idea. After the camps, what responsibility means, what love truly is, and how a meaningful life is lived. After suffering,